Hi guys, Ellen Woolbridge here, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. Today I want to show you my final Christmas card of the year. I found this in my cleanup. I'm bringing in all the new things for the upcoming catalogues and just popping away all my Christmas things, and came across this card that I hadn't finished making my last few, so I just want to share it with you guys. So I've used the Noel here, which I've embossed in copper embossing powder from the Christmas Pine stamp set. And I've used the Merry Medley stamp set for the background, and This Christmas pattern paper along with crumb cake and cherry cobbler, and I have also used the metallic thread combo pack. So to start this card, I'm just going to pop this up here to the side, and I have taken my card base, folded it in half, and this is the crumb cake. Going to take the Merry Medley background stamp. Now I buy mine clean out, and I tend to use them upside down. I find that easier for me to manage, and I'm going to use Versamark ink on this. Now we're going to be using the Versamark ink pad in two ways today. So we're going to be using it as a watermark, which just creates a slightly darker, like a watermark effect on any of the cardstocks that you use it on, except for white and vanilla. They don't come up as well on that. And I'm also going to use it as an embossing ink because it is quite sticky. So I'm just going to pop my card base down. So I leave it like that, and I grab a piece of scratch paper and I just pop that on top so I don't get any ink on myself, and just give it a rub, making sure I'm holding it on with one hand so it doesn't slide around. And this is the effect you get. This effect will darken up just a touch as it dries, but that is our background done. So I'm just going to pop this, I'll clean this off later, but just pop it aside for the moment. Now next I want to take our piece of this Christmas paper and prepare it for embossing. Now what we do use as a first step for embossing is our embossing buddy. Now this is just a pouch filled with powder, and this takes all the static off the piece of paper. So that's all the oils from our fingers, so the powder, when we apply it, won't stay where we don't want it to. So I've already mounted our Noel stamp, and I'm just going to ink this up with, once again, with the Versamark ink pad, and don't mind me dropping it there. Just going to stamp this down, make sure you've got really nice connection. Now you can't see anything yet. I'm going to bring back in that piece of scratch paper, open our copper embossing powder, which looks very brown and uninspiring, but once it's melted you get that fantastic coppery effect. So you just lightly tap off the excess powder so you can see it has actually stuck to the ink. So I'm just going to pop this powder to the side, and I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Up! Heat tool. Now this tool has two settings, and for embossing I'm going to pop it to setting 2. I'm just going to heat it up for a few seconds. I'm going to try and show you this while hoping you can see it. So I just keep the heat tool moving so I don't burn the paper because when applying heat, so you can just see it changing now, and I just keep it just moving a bit slower as it changes, and just be careful not to burn your fingers. And yes, I have done that before. So that gets nice and shiny, and that is our emboss piece done. So this card is coming together really quickly for us. So I'm going to bring back in the card base. We've got our emboss piece. Now I have already started. I'll bring in here our thread. Let's see if how my preparation's gone here for you guys. Okay, so I have already started looping around our red and our green metallic thread. So I've just got it going together, and what I'm doing here is I'm just looping it around and sticking it to 2 dimensionals. So this is slightly fiddly, but you do certainly get the look of a reef when you're done. So I'll just attach it to this other side, and I will snip the ends. Snip my 2 ends there. So here's a bit of a closer look at those metallic threads, which I love, and I really only use them on this card just due to some time restraints I've had this Christmas season. Now you can and if your piece falls off like mine has, you just want to give it a good press into that dimensional. So I've added some other dimensionals just to get some good adhering to our card base. Just grab those off. If you're having trouble grabbing the sides, you can always push these down in the middle. I've already done that one. Just give them a good press in the middle and it pops the sides up. So just let me move this one stubborn thread here. Really doesn't want to do what it's told. Okay, and I'm going to attach that to the card base. Now this is a very organic look. Now I haven't told you how wide that piece is, but that's about 5.5 centimeters wide, and this Noel piece is just a touch, about 0.5 centimeter smaller. So I'm going to bring in my fast fuse while I pull in the rest of the threads. Pull in our fast fuse. Now I want to be fairly generous with the fast fuse because this Christmas paper is thinner, because it's one of our specialty papers. So you get 4 sheets of each pattern, and the paper has warped a little bit with the heat. I want to be generous with the adhesive and just make sure that sits nice and flat on the card. Right, so that's sitting fairly flat, and basically that is our card done. I'll bring in the other one that I did, and you can see a bit more organic in my wreath, but you still get a similar effect. So just to remind you, I've used the Noel from the Christmas Pines, and I've used the Merry Medley background stamp. If you do want to order anything from me, please head over to my website, which is ellenwoodbridge.stampinup.net. I'll have those details in the description box below. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my video, and I will be back really soon. Have a great day. Bye.